Okay, thank you. The minerals which are the naturally found into the interior part of the earth, naturally, it is occurred in the interior part of the earth, that is the minerals. Naturally, it is found into the varied forms in the nature, ranging from the hardest diamond to the top tail. And why are these varied? A particular mineral that will be formed from a creation combination of the elements depends upon the physical and chemical conditions under which the natural forms. This in turn results in a wide range of the colors, hardness, crystal forms. In the earth, there is the, due to the biological and chemical regions, the minerals are origin into the interior part of the earth. This is the minerals which is found into the naturally into the interior part of the earth, and a particular mineral that will be formed from a certain combination of the elements depends upon the physical and chemical conditions under which the material forms. This in turn results in a wide range of the colors, hardness, crystal forms, and the density that a particular mineral process. Geologists use this property to classify the minerals. Where are these minerals found? तो वेयर आर द मिनरल्स फाउंड, मिनरल कहाँ पाए जाते हैं? प्लेन में कि प्लेटू के हिल में?
सर प्लेट्यू।
कहाँ पाए जाते हैं जी?
सर प्लेट्यू।
प्लेट्यू, वेरी गुड. तो minerals, they are found into the plateau and the hilly regions. Like in India, those plateau regions are there in our country. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha,
छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू।
हाँ, Chhodapur belt, Chhodapur plateaus, and the Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. These regions are the mineral-based regions. So all the basically most of the minerals they are the found into the plateau and the hilly regions. Main area होता है. The minerals are usually found in the ore. The terms ore is used to describe an accumulation of any minerals mixed with other elements. The minerals content of the ore must be in sufficient concentration to make its extension commercially available. The type of the formation of structure in which they are found in determines the relative yields with which minerals ore may be mined. This also determines that cost of the extraction. It is therefore important for use to understand the main type of the formation in which minerals occur. Minerals generally occur in these forms. Basically, you know the student, there are the three types of the rocks: sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks, and the metamorphic rocks. So generally, most of the minerals, they are found into the igneous and metamorphic rocks. Most of the minerals like metallic minerals, iron ore, manganese, bauxite, mica, and bauxite, mica, coal. These type of the minerals, metallic minerals, they are found into the igneous and metamorphic rocks. तो इंडिया में जहाँ जहाँ भी igneous और metamorphic rocks पाए जाते हैं, वहाँ metallic minerals like iron, manganese, माइका, बॉक्साइट, ये सारे मिनरल वहां पाए जाते हैं। तो बट इन द sedimentary rocks, that is the rich for the crude oil petroleum, जो सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स जो होता है उसमें जो है पेट्रोलियम और क्रूड ऑयल पाए जाते हैं। दिस इज बेसिकली वेयर द sedimentary rocks are found, there is the crude oil, petroleum and the natural gas, because these crude oil, petroleum, they are formed from the flora and fauna due to biological process, तो sedimentary rocks में basically the crude oil, petroleum are found, and igneous and metamorphic rocks में कौन सा मिनरल्स मिलते हैं? मेटालिक लाइक आयरन, मैंगनीज, माइका, बॉक्साइट, silver and gold found. In igneous and metamorphic rocks, minerals may occur in the cracks, fault of joint. The smaller occurrences are called veins and the large are called lodges. In most cases, they are formed when minerals in liquid, molten and gaseous forms are pushed upward through cavities towards the Earth's surface. They cool and solidify as they rise. Major metallic minerals like tin, copper, zinc, and lead are obtained from veins and lodes. So copper, zinc, lead, iron, these are the minerals which are found into the igneous and metamorphic rocks. And sedimentary rocks, a number of minerals occur in the beds of layers. They have been formed as a result of deposition, accumulation, and concentration in horizontal strata. Coal and some forms of the iron ore have been concentrated as a result of the long period under great heat and the pressure. Another group of the sedimentary minerals include gypsum, potash, salt, and sodium salt. These are formed as a result of evaporation, especially in the arid regions. Another mode of formation involves the decomposition of the surface rocks and the removal of soluble constituents, leaving a residual in the weathering material. So, where are the minerals found? Minerals are found into the sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks. In India, basically, the iron ore and manganese, mica, and bauxite, this type of minerals are found into the peninsular India and also Jharkhand, Orissa, MP, Chodapur Plateau region, and Chhattisgarh, MP, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. These are the regions and states of India where the metallic minerals are found generally. And in our country, there is a very, very less amount of the crude oil, petroleum, and precious minerals like gold and diamond and silver. They are the very, very less amount in India, because India import more precious stones and natural gas and petroleum from the other country like Arabian country, Western Asian countries like Iraq, Iran, Arab. So India, it is poor for the petroleum, natural gas, and it is also poor for the precious metal like gold, diamond, and the silver and platinum. So India is rich for the metallic mineral, metallic mineral like iron ore, gypsum, gypsum, and the manganese and the mica, bauxite. These minerals are found in the large amount in our country. But the precious minerals we import from the other countries, like South Africa also. We import the gold and diamonds from the South Africa and petroleum from the Western Asian countries like Arabia and, and Iraq, Iran. So these are the mineral belts of the country where these are the founds. Certain minerals may occur in the alluvial deposits in sands of valley floor and the base of the hill. These deposits are called the placer deposits and generally contain minerals which are not corroded by water. Gold, silver, tin, and platinum are most important among such minerals. The ocean water contains vast quantity of the minerals, but most of these are too widely diffused to be of the economic significance. However, common salt, magnesium, and the bromine are largely derived from ocean waves. The ocean beds too are the rich in the manganese nodules. So these are the belts and area of the minerals in our country. Now dig a little deeper. What is the difference between a open pit mines and quarry and the underground mines with stop? अब हमें देखना है कि जो ये मिनरल्स हैं उन्हें अर्थ के अंदर से किस तरह से निकाला जाता है. How the minerals are found from the earth. अर्थ के अंदर से मिनरल्स को हम कैसे पाते हैं, कैसे, हाउ कैन वी get the minerals from the interior part of the earth? What are the process? There are the many process: mining process, open cast mining, shaft mining, borehole के द्वारा. These are the many process. And so India is fortunate to have fairly rich and varied mineral resources. However, these are distributed broadly speaking. Peninsular rocks contain most of the reserves of coal, metallic minerals, mica, and many other non-metallic minerals. So South India, Peninsular India, they are the rich for the minerals, and Northern India like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, MP, Orissa, South West Bengal, Singhbhum, Birbhum district, they are the rich for the minerals. In Peninsular India, like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra, there is also availability of the metallic minerals. Sedimentary rocks are the western of the eastern flank of the peninsula in Gujarat and Assam have most of the petroleum deposits. In our country, the petroleum crude oil, they are the very in less amount, but in the sedimentary rocks of the Gujarat and Assam, there is found the petroleum and crude oil. And Mumbai High seashore, they also produce the mineral from the Sagar Samrat ship. So these are the 3-4 belts where the petroleums are found and are producing by the government. तो जो पेट्रोलियम के मामले में, क्रूड ऑयल के मामले में हम उतने रिच नहीं हैं, फिर भी जो है गुजरात and Assam and Mumbai high seashore, These three, four regions, they are the petroleum, crude oil, or product. So these are the regions of the different types of the minerals in our country. These varieties of the geological structure process in the time involved in the formation of the minerals. Let us now study the distribution of the few major minerals in India. Always remember that the concentration of the mineral in the ore, the ease of the extraction and the closeness to the marketplace and play an important role in the affecting the economic availability of the resource. Thus, to meet the demand, a choice has to be made between a number of possible options. When this is done, a mineral deposit of the reserve turn to the mine. Ferrous minerals. Now come to the ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals में metallic mineral आता है जिसमें और मैंगनीज आता है. These are the known as the ferrous minerals. Ferrous means metallic. Ferrous means metallic minerals. So metallic minerals, these are the ore, iron ore and the manganese. Manganese. These are the metallic and the ferrous minerals. The ferrous minerals account for about 3/4 of the total value of the production of the metallic mineral. They provide a strong base for the development of the metallurgical industries. India exports substantial quantity of the ferrous minerals and after meeting her internal demands. तो फेरस मेटल में जो इसमें मेटालिक मिनरल आता है जिसमें पहला आता है आयरन ओर. Iron ore, it is the metallic mineral. So iron ore, our country India, it is rich for the ore and the metallic mineral. Metallic mineral के रूप में इंडिया जो है it is rich, and many states of our country they produce the metallic mineral, ferrous minerals like iron ore, and these are the important regions and states of our country which produce more metallic minerals, ferrous and manganese also. These regions are South West Bengal, Birbhum district, Singhbhum district in South, Jharkhand, and Jharkhand, Orissa, MP, Chhattisgarh, Kudnapur Plateau region, and in South Peninsular India, where the important states are which product the iron ore and metallic mineral like manganese. These are the Goa, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. There also the metallic minerals are found. It has excellent manganese quantity, especially available in the electrical industry, hematite, or in the most important industrial iron ore. It terms of the quantity used, but has a slightly lower iron content than metallic. अब हमें देखना है कि जो आयरन ओर है कितने तरह का होता है. आयरन ओर जो है इसको हेमेटाइट, मैग्नेटाइट, this is the different type of the iron ores are there. The major iron ore belts in India. So iron ore belts in India like the Odisha, Jharkhand belt. In Odisha, high grade hematite ore is found in Badam Pasar mines in the Mayurbhanj and the Keonjhar district in the adjoining Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. Hematite iron ore is mined in the Goa and Noamudi. So Jharkhand, Odisha, Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj, Singhbhum district of the Jharkhand. They are the produce the high quality of the iron ore. And come to the Chhattisgarh and the MP. They are the also important regions for the metallic mineral like the iron ore. They also produce drug, Durg Buster. In the Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, these are the regions. Durg Buster, Chandalpur belt lies in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. Very high grade hematite are found in the famous Baladila range of the hill in the Bastar district of the Chhattisgarh. The range of the hills comprise of 14 deposits of the super high grade hematite iron ore. It has the best physical prosperities needed for the steel making. Iron ore from these minerals is exported from Japan and South Korea by Visakhapatnam port. The iron ore from these mines are exported to the Japan and Korea. So these are the important metallic mineral belt of our country, like Orissa. Orissa, there the three places are there, like Pionjhar, Mayurbhanj, and Singhbhum district in the Jharkhand. And also in MP, Chhattisgarh, and they produce large amount of the iron ore and the manganese and bauxite. Most of the iron ore they are exported to the Japan. Our country exported to the Japan and Korea raw material like the iron ore and manganese. We export to the other countries like Japan. Japan is the important country which import the minerals from India like iron ore and manganese and coal also. तो जापान और कोरिया ये दो कंट्री हैं जो जहां विशाखापट्टनम पोर्ट से लार्ज अमाउंट में आयरन ओर जो है उसे एक्सपोर्ट किया जाता है. तो जापान एंड कोरिया दीज आर द टू इंपोर्टेड कंट्रीज विच इंपोर्ट द iron ore from India, from the Visakhapatnam port. The range of hills 14 deposit of super high grade hematite iron ore. It has the best physical prosperity needed for steel making. Iron ore from these mines is exported to Japan and South Korea and by Visakhapatnam port. And Bellary and Chitradurga and Chikmagalur and Tumakuru belt in Karnataka has large reserve of iron ore. The Kudurmukh mines located in the western Ghat of the Karnataka are the 100% export unit. Kudurmukh deposit are known to be one of the largest in the world. The ore is transported as the slurry through a pipeline to a port near the Mangalore. And Maharashtra, Goa belt include the state of Goa and Ratnagiri district of the Maharashtra. Through the ore are not of a very high quality and there are efficiently exploited. Iron ore is exported through the Margaon port. So Goa, Karnataka, Goa and Tamil Nadu, they also produce a large amount of the iron ore. These ores are exported to the other country from Margaon and port से वहाँ से अदर कंट्री में को एक्सपोर्ट किया जाता है. So these are the mineral belt of our country, iron belt of our country, iron ore belt of the country में main regions हैं. So these are the iron ore belt regions of our country. They produce different type of the iron metallic minerals, and our country, it is the important countries of Asia where the large amount of the metallic minerals like ore, manganese are found. But we export to the other country in large amount of the raw material, iron ore to the Japan, Korea and other countries. Because we do not use our raw material to set up the factory in our country. But it is the duty of the government, they should be set up the iron and steel factory in our country, because raw material is is sufficient amount in our country. They should be use our raw material and set up the industry, so can the job opportunity could be increased. But this is a government policy. Government do not understand about the economic development of our country. So they are exporting the large amount of the metallic mineral like iron ore and manganese to the other country. तो हमारे कंट्री में आयरन ओर की कमी नहीं है, लार्ज अमाउंट में पाया जाता है. बट we export in large amount of the metallic mineral to the other country. लेकिन अदर कंट्री को हम क्या करते हैं, रॉ मटेरियल को एक्सपोर्ट कर देते हैं, हम इसको यूज नहीं करते हैं अपने कंट्री में. If we use our raw material and set up the industry in the mineral belt, then job will be created and job opportunity will be increased. So the unemployed people can get the job in our country in the industry. But due to government policy, we are not using our raw materials in our country and exporting day to day to the other country like Japan, Korea and other country. लेकिन हमारी सरकार क्या करती है, रॉ मटेरियल को यूज में नहीं लाती है और अदर कंट्री को एक्सपोर्ट कर देती है. इस तरह से जो है हमारे देश में कंट्री में there is a scarcity of the job, and so the educated person, they are the jobless, they are the unemployed, they are not getting the job in our country because of Bihar. And you know the student, Bihar and the Odisha, they are the poorest state of our country. It is the wonderful matter. Bihar, Jharkhand and Odisha, these three states are the more poorest state of our country. But this is a wonderful matter. Nature has given them more resources, mineral, but they are the poor. Why they are poor? Because those minerals are found there. The government exported to the large amount of the mineral. They are not using the raw material and do not set up the industry in these states. So they are exporting to the iron ore bauxite to the other country. झारखंड, उड़ीसा, बिहार तो इंडिया के सबसे पुअर स्टेट माने जाते हैं, जबकि लार्ज अमाउंट में यहाँ मिनरल अवेलेबल है. तो दिस इज अ वंडरफुल मैटर. आश्चर्यजनक ये बात है, जहाँ लार्ज अमाउंट में मिनरल अवेलेबल है वो स्टेट जो पुअर है, गरीब है. तो दिस इज द गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी. गवर्नमेंट जो है, वहाँ की जो गवर्नमेंट है, they are not thinking about the economic growth of our country. They are not thinking about the welfare of the society, citizens. So they do not set up the industry in these states. So the people are not getting the job in our country. So they every here they migrate one country to the other country to in search of the work and the job. इसलिए ऐसे जो जिनको काम नहीं है, अपने कंट्री में उनको जॉब नहीं मिलता है, तो अदर कंट्री में माइग्रेट हो रहे हैं, अदर कंट्री में जाके सेटल हो रहे हैं. So this is the government policy. Government, state government, they are not thinking about the welfare of the citizens. They are not thinking about the economic growth of the states. So this is the bad situation of our country. Like, तो ये जो हो गया है स्टूडेंट कि इंडिया जो है कुछ मिनरल के बारे में रिच है और कुछ मिनरल के बारे में हम पुअर हैं. तो मेटालिक मिनरल कोल और के मामले में हम रिच हैं, मैंगनीज के बारे में रिच हैं, बट वी आर द पुअर फॉर द पेट्रोलियम क्रूड ऑयल एंड प्रीशियस मेटल लाइक गोल्ड, सिल्वर, प्लेटिनम एंड द डायमंड. These are the precious metal. इसकी जो है हमारे देश में कमी है. Only the कोलार माइंस it produce in less amount of the gold in India. Only कर्नाटका में जो कोलार माइंस है वहाँ से बहुत लेस अमाउंट में गोल्ड जो है वहाँ प्रोडक्शन उसका होता है. बट इन द आवर कंट्री देयर इज नो एनी साइन ऑफ द गोल्ड इन एनी रीजन्स. और किसी रीजन में गोल्ड का कोई भी चिन्ह नहीं है. एंड डायमंड भी जो हमारे कंट्री में जो है ज़्यादा अधिक नहीं मिलता है. पन्ना मध्य प्रदेश, वहाँ से लेस अमाउंट में डायमंड पाया जाता है. बाकी जो और प्रीशियस स्टोन जैसे कीमती पत्थर जिसमें रत्न जैसे हो गए, जेम, इसकी भी हमारे देश में कमी है. तो प्रीशियस मेटल लाइक प्रीशियस स्टोन, प्रीशियस मिनरल लाइक गोल्ड, सिल्वर, डायमंड, इसलिए हमारे कंट्री में इसकी कमी है और पेट्रोलियम की भी कमी है. तो दीज आर द आयरन बेल्ट ऑफ आवर कंट्री. ये हमारे कंट्री के आयरन बेल्ट है जहाँ लार्ज अमाउंट में आयरन ओर पाया जाता है. और हमारा कंट्री जो है अदर कंट्री को लार्ज अमाउंट में आयरन ओर जो है एक्सपोर्ट कर देती है. ओके स्टूडेंट, तो आज यहाँ तक रहा. आपको फेरस मिनरल्स में आपको आयरन ओर का बेल्ट में बताया कि इंडिया में कहाँ कहाँ आयरन पाया जाता है. अदर जो है मिनरल्स वो है मैंगनीज. तो मैंगनीज जो है इट इज आल्सो मेटालिक मिनरल. ये भी इंडिया में जहाँ जहाँ आयरन ओर पाए जाते हैं वहीं पर मैंगनीज भी पाया जाता है. मैंगनीज, तो मैंगनीज इज मेनली यूज्ड इन द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ स्टील एंड फेरो मैंगनीज एलॉय. नियरली 10 kg of manganese is required to manufacture 1 ton of the steel. It is also used in manufacturing bleaching powder, insecticides and the paint. तो मैंगनीज का इस्तेमाल किन कामों में होता है बेटे? मैंगनीज
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ ब्लीचिंग पाउडर, इंसेक्टिसाइड्स एंड पेंट.
हाँ, ब्लीचिंग पाउडर में इस्तेमाल होता है, पेंट में होता है. And it is also to use in to make the alloy and steel. Alloy स्टील बनाने में मैंगनीज का इस्तेमाल होता है. और इस तरह से 10 यहाँ है नियरली 10 kg of manganese required to manufacture 1 ton of the steel. 1 ton, 1 टन स्टील बनाने में 10 kg मैंगनीज का इस्तेमाल होता है. तो 1 टन स्टील बनाते हैं, 1 टन स्टील बनाने में 10 kg मैंगनीज का इस्तेमाल होता है. तो मैंगनीज इज यूज्ड टू मेक द alloy and steel and also used to make the paint, bleaching powder, okay, and paint. में बनाने में इसका इस्तेमाल होता है। तो कल मैं आपको बताऊंगा अगला जो मिनरल है नॉन फेरस मिनरल। ये हो गया फेरस मिनरल। फेरस में आता है मैंगनीज और आयरन ओर, और नॉन फेरस में कौन कौन आता है? सिल्वर, कॉपर,
Gold.
हाँ, जिंक,
Zinc, gold.
ये सब गोल्ड, जिंक, ये सब आता है नॉन फेरस में, और बॉक्साइट। तो आई विल डिस्कस नेक्स्ट टुमारो जस्ट लाइक। तो कल मैं इसको डिस्कस करूंगा नॉन फेरस मिनरल के बारे में। अब फेरस मिनरल इट इज आल्सो कंप्लीटेड टुडे, आयरन
Sir,
ओर एंड
extra question.
बॉक्साइट। हाँ बोलिए।
Extra question.
कल लिखाऊंगे बेटे, क्वेश्चन एक्स्ट्रा कल लिखाऊंगा।
Okay.
Can you hear me, children? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Morning, sir.
Very good morning to everyone. See, children, Yesterday, we had learnt about the extraction of metals of medium reactivity and metals of high reactivity. Is there any problem regarding the processes that are involved to extract metals of medium reactivity in the form of their carbonates or sulfide ores? Is there any doubt? If at all you have any doubt, please ask. Please ask, children. Okay, let me check that how much you have understood. Suppose we have a metal in the form of carbonate ore. Parth Raj, you are going to answer this question. Parth Raj, are you listening? Parth Raj. Parth Raj, can you hear me? Parth Raj, can you hear me or not? Okay, now you are supposed to answer the question that I am going to ask. See, suppose you have a metal in the form of its carbonate ore, then what processes you are going to follow in order to get metal from its carbonate ore? Please tell me, Parth Raj. I am waiting for your response. No, Parth Raj will tell. Parth Raj, tell me. Parth Raj, he is not attending the class, that means. Okay. Vineet Regar, are you there? Vineet Regar?
Yes, sir.
Can you answer this question? Vineet Regar,
Roasting.
shall I repeat the question? Shall I?
Yes, sir.
See, suppose you have a metal in the form of its carbonate ore and you are asked to extract metal from its carbonate ore. What step will you follow? Please tell me. Yes, Vineet. Now you got the question?
Sir, by the process of roasting.
No, you just tell me all the processes that you will follow. Please tell me.
सर वाला भी अच्छे से याद नहीं हुआ.
That means you are not paying attention in the class. Now, Priya Meena, will you answer? Priya Meena, will you answer this question? Okay, Shabnam Parveen. Shabnam Parveen, have you heard the question? Shabnam Parveen,
Yes, sir.
have you heard the question?
Sir, can you repeat it once more?
Yeah, sure. Listen carefully and I want answer from you. You have a metal in the form of its carbonate ore. Then what steps would you follow in order to obtain metal from its carbonate ore? Please tell me now. All the steps. Shabnam? I am waiting for your response. Shabnam?
Sir, roasting.
I just not want roasting. I want the exact process, all the steps. Yes, Ritika Megwal is telling now. Ritika, please answer, beta. Please answer.
Sir, they are first converted to metal oxide either by roasting or calcination.
No, but you are given a carbonate ore. So which particular process is followed, whether calcination or roasting?
Calcination.
Calcination. What is it? What is calcination?
Process of heating carbonate ore in limited supply of air.
Very good. So by calcination, what we will get? What we will get? Metal carbonate, heating in presence of, in heating
Metal oxide.
वेरी गुड, मेटल ऑक्साइड मिल जाएगा हमें, मेटल ऑक्साइड प्लस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, यही मिलेगा ना? ओके, देन व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेप? यस
Sir,
Ritika,
can I tell?
no Ritika, let Ritika complete the answer. Ritika, complete the answer.
Sir, then roasting.
रोस्टिंग करेंगे? No, that means you have not attended the previous class, have you?
बताओ.
Sir, I have attended the previous class.
Now Ritika, please, now you have answered your, you have attended your turn. Now let others also get chance. Okay, Sadhana, please tell me what
Yes, sir.
is done next. Sadhana,
Yes, sir.
yes, tell.
Sir, metals of carbonate ore are extracted by calcination in the heating in absence of oxygen or a limited amount of oxygen. We get metal oxide.
Very
When metal oxide is reduced with oxygen to get pure metal. Or
No. Metal oxide is reduced with oxygen. Are you sure?
no sir, reduce होती है.
Reduced using. Children, you are not paying attention, that means.
सर हीट फर्दर हीटिंग से रिड्यूस कर देते हैं.
No, further heating is valid for those metals which are very less reactive metals like mercury. Understand? Yes, Manali, now you answer.
सर सबसे पहले मेटल कार्बोनेट है, अगर अपने पास कार्बोनेट और है तो हम कैल्सिनेशन से उसको कैल्सिनेशन से उसको ऑब्टेन करेंगे. उसके बाद हमारे पास मेटल ऑक्साइड आएगी. उसके बाद हम उसका रिडक्शन करवाएंगे या तो कार्बन या कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड से.
Very
उसके
good.
बाद हमें प्योर मेटल मिल जाएगा.
Well done, very good. So this is how we get metal from metal carbonate. First of all, metal carbonate is heated in limited supply of air. By this process we get metal oxide, and it is easy to obtain metal from its oxide than from its carbonate ore, because carbon has more of affinity with oxygen than the metal. Okay, yesterday also I have discussed this thing. So metal oxide, when it is reduced with carbon, we get metal plus carbon monoxide or what, etc. Okay. Now Kushag Srivastav, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Kushag Srivastav, suppose we have a sulfide ore. Then what steps
Yes, sir.
will you follow in order to get metal from sulfide ore? Please tell me.
Sir, first we will heat it in the presence of oxygen, which is roasting, and then we will get the metal oxide of that ore,
Very
and
good.
then we will
Not that
reduce it.
metal, not that ore, metal.
Yeah, and then we will reduce it with carbon or carbon monoxide, and then we will get pure metal.
Very good. Now listen, if we do not have carbon as a reducing agent, then what is the substance that we can use in order to reduce the metal oxide to metal? Yes, Kushag.
Sir, aluminium.
Yeah, highly reactive metals also act as reducing agents. The displacement reaction can take place, and hence they will reduce the metal oxides to metal. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All of you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Then yesterday we also have seen that highly reactive metals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, potassium, these metals can neither be obtained by simple heating, because they have more affinity with other substances. Okay, and they can neither be obtained by roasting nor calcination. So how do we get metals extracted, those who are highly reactive? Yes,
सर मैं बताऊं.
yes,
Sir.
Sadhana, tell. Yes, Sadhana.
Yes, sir. Sir, the metals of high reactivity are extracted by their by passing electricity in their aqueous solution or molten form.
Very good. No, passing electricity through their molten solution of chlorides, molten solution of chlorides. For example, sodium chloride. So we get
NaCl, sir.
we get metal at the cathode and chlorine gas at the anode. We have seen yesterday, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, children, once we get the metal, these are not actually obtained in the purest form. They are not obtained in the purest form. So, in order to get pure form of the metals, they are refined. They are refined. Okay, they are refined. So, by electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. So, let us write down purification of metals. Purification of metals. Purification of metals. Metals obtained from the ores are not in their purest form. In their purest form. In their purest form, metals are purified. Metals are purified by electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. Electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. Electrolytic reduction. Okay. Okay, children. Now let me tell you what is the procedure that is followed in order to get pure metal from an impure metal by electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. Okay. Okay, children.
सर
Yes, sir.
Yes.
सर आपने
सर
फर्स्ट लाइन की
मैग्नेटिक
लास्ट में
सेपरेशन
क्या
भी
लिखा
होता है
है?
ना?
What, कुशाग
सर मैग्नेटिक सेपरेशन भी होता है क्या?
हाँ, मैग्नेटिक सेपरेशन होता है ना. मैग्नेटिक सेपरेशन इज यूज फॉर दोज metals which are magnetic in nature. For example, iron, nickel, and cobalt. But magnetic separation technique cannot be used for other metals which are non-magnetic. Okay, Kushag?
Yes, sir.
सर
Yes, Manali, what do you want to ask?
सर फर्स्ट लाइन की लास्ट में क्या लिखा है आपने?
हाँ, metals obtained from the ores are not in their purest form. Metals are purified by electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. ठीक है? मनाली? Yes, साधना.
सर जो हमने एक्सट्रैक्शन किया मेटल्स का, तो हमको अगर मान लो NaCl का एक्सट्रैक्शन किया तो कैथोड पे Na मिल गई, मतलब सोडियम मिल गया, तो फिर से उसको प्यूरिफाई करेंगे?
नहीं, actually, listen, yes, Sadhana, very good question. Those metals which are obtained by electrolysis of their salt solutions in molten form, they are obtained in purest form. Sadhana.
यस सर.
लेकिन जो मेटल्स हम लोग जैसे हम लोग ने रोस्टिंग और कैल्सिनेशन से ऑब्टेन किए हैं ना, दे आर नॉट ऑब्टेन्ड इन प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म. ओके
ओके सर.
Okay, now I am going to tell you what is the procedure of electrolytic refining. See, we will take an electrolytic tank. And in that we will take an acidified, are you listening properly? An acidified solution of salt solution of the metal which we want to purify. जैसे अगर suppose we want to purify copper, then aqueous salt solution of copper should be taken. For example, copper sulfate. Understand? For example, copper chloride. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
we want
Yes.
to purify zinc, then aqueous salt solution of zinc must be taken. For example, zinc sulfate, zinc chloride, and okay, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो जिस मेटल को हमें प्यूरिफाई करना है उस मेटल का aqueous salt solution क्या एक्ट करेगा? इट विल एक्ट एज एन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. इट विल एक्ट एज एन
Electrolyte.
इलेक्ट्रोलाइट.
Electrolyte.
आफ्टर दैट हम लोग को कैथोड, देयर आर टू इलेक्ट्रोड्स ना, वन कैथोड एंड द अदर एनोड, इजंट इट?
Yes, sir.
So cathode is taken as the purest thin strip of pure metal. Cathode is taken as thin strip of pure metal. Thin strip of pure metal. ठीक है ना? Cathode
Yes,
क्या
sir.
लेंगे? What is taken as cathode?
Purest metal.
हाँ. And anode is taken as the impure metal rod. जिस metal से हमें प्योर मेटल निकालना है वो इम्प्योर मेटल का मोटा सा रॉड लेंगे. इट विल एक्ट एज एनोड. इट विल एक्ट एज व्हाट?
Anode.
Anode.
Okay, and it is connected, these electrodes are connected through the battery, and as soon as the electric current is passed, please pay attention, as soon as the electric current is passed, the pure copper from the pure metal from the impure metal rod goes into the solution, and equivalent amount of pure metal is deposited at the cathode. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then those impurities which are soluble, they go into the solution, and those impurities which are insoluble, they are deposited at the bottom of the anode. They are called as anode. And as the time passes, the thickness of the anode decreases because pure copper metal gets dissolved in the solution and it gets deposited on the pure metal strip. Understand? And when whole of the metal from the impure metal rod is dissolved in the solution, it is changed. दूसरा metal rod लाते हैं जिसको purify करना है. समझ में आ गया कैसे होता है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will make the figure also and it will be more clear. Okay, children?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Now I'm rubbing the board and let us write electrolytic reduction or electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining or electrolytic reduction. Refining or electrolytic reduction. Okay. See, in the exam, you may find a question of 5 marks related to this topic. Okay. So please be careful when you are naming the electrodes, when you are naming the electrolyte, etc., and the processes take place. That you please listen carefully and do not commit any mistake. Otherwise, if you make any mistake, it is going to affect your score in the question. Okay. Suppose here we are going to purify copper metal. हम लोग क्या purify करने वाले हैं अब? Which metal we are going to purify through this method? अभी हम लोग कौन सा metal करेंगे?
Copper metal.
So, children, can you tell me what must be the electrolyte in this electrolytic tank?
Copper sulfate solution.
What must be?
Brass.
Acidified. Please pay attention. Acidified CuSO4 aqueous. Acidified CuSO4 aqueous. Understand? Now, why do we add acid? Acids increase the conductivity of the solution. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Acids
Yes, sir.
increase the conductivity. They enhance the formation of ions. They enhance the dissociation of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate कैसे dissociate होगा? Copper sulfate aqueous, it gets dissociated in this form. Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus. ठीक है बेटा? Okay, so this
Yes, sir.
acid enhances the dissociation of copper sulfate. ठीक है? अब आती बात electrodes की. Okay? अब electrodes. Please pay attention. ये पतला सा हमने ले लिया. Thin strip of pure copper metal. It is acting as cathode, which is negative electrode. बात आ रही समझ में कि नहीं आई? ये कैसा इलेक्ट्रोड है? Yes, no
Cathode.
negatively charged electrode है, negatively charged electrode. Okay, that is why cations will be attracted. No, cations will be attracted towards the negatively charged electrode, isn't it? Are you getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Next, another electrode will be a thick impure copper rod. Impure copper rod. It will act as an anode. ये एनोड है and it is positively charged electrode, positive electrode. ये क्लियर हुई बात की नहीं हुई बात? प्लीज बताओ
Yes,
बेटा.
sir.
इज इट क्लियर? ये बात क्लियर हुई कि नहीं हुई? ये बताओ मेरे को.
Yes, sir.
इतना क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अब हम लोग जैसे ही इसको बैटरी से
sir.
कनेक्ट करेंगे, तो करंट फ्लो करेगा. ठीक है ना? अब करंट कैसे फ्लो करता है ये आपको मालूम है. इट पासेस फ्रॉम पॉजिटिव टू दी नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड. यही होता है कि नहीं? ठीक है ना? तो ये प्लीज पे अटेंशन. ये सपोज हम लोग बैटरी से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं. This is negatively charged electrode. This is positively charged electrode. समझ में आया कि नहीं? आया कि नहीं बेटा? And this is our key.
Yes, sir.
ये की है. अगर जब की क्लोज हो जाएगी तो करंट पास होगा. आगे बात आई बात समझ में कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो इलेक्ट्रोड यहां से यहां जाएंगे. इलेक्ट्रोड विल फ्लो फ्रॉम हियर टू देयर. ठीक है ना? ठीक है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
अब होगा क्या? यहाँ पे क्या होगा? जो प्योर कॉपर होगा वो जाएगा इधर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ Cu2 प्लस. इधर जाएगा और ये यहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा. Cu2 प्लस 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन. ये कॉपर यहाँ पे बन जाएगा. दिख रहा है ना? Cu2 plus at the cathode it will gain 2 electrons and it will be reduced to copper metal. At the cathode. बात आ रही समझ में कि नहीं?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. आ रही है.
क्लियर है ना? तो यहाँ पे ये कॉपर और 2+ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जाएंगे और ये कैथोड पे रिडक्शन हो जाएगा। एनोड पे क्या होता है? ऑक्सीडेशन होता है, और कैथोड पे क्या होता है? रिडक्शन। इज इट ओके? इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
अब ये प्लीज ड्रॉ द फिगर, देन वी विल राइट डाउन द डिस्क्रिप्शन व्हाट हैपेंस एट कैथोड, व्हाट हैपेंस एट एनोड। प्लीज राइट डाउन, इसको नोट कर लो। कैथोड पे क्या होने वाला है? Cu2 plus 2 electrons, sorry, 2 electrons gives copper solid metal। यहाँ पे कॉपर मेटल आ गया, प्योर कॉपर मेटल, प्योर कॉपर मेटल, प्योर, ठीक है ना? और एनोड पे क्या होगा? एट एनोड Cu gets Cu2 plus 2 electrons, okay? Or listen everyone, thus there will be impurities, no, there will be impurities, soluble impurities will be dissolved in this, and insoluble impurities they will be deposited at the anode,
Bottom.
bottom of the anode। ये क्या है? What is this?
Insoluble impurities from the anode.
Insoluble impurities, it is called anode mud। क्या बोलते हैं इसको बेटा?
Anode mud.
Anode mud। Please note down, draw the figure so that we can write down this process in words also. Let us write, please draw the figure।
Sir,
Yes साधना?
सर एनोड में से जो एनोड में से प्योर कॉपर निकल करके तो कैथोड पे हो जाएगा, और जो इम्प्योरिटीज है वो सॉल्यूबल तो डिसॉल्व हो जाएगी एसिड में, और इनसॉल्यूबल नीचे बैठ जाएगी। पर जो हम कैथोड पे जो प्योर कॉपर लिया है वो कहाँ जाएगा सर?
नहीं तो अरे ये इसमें डिपॉजिट होता जाएगा ना कॉपर, प्योर कॉपर इसमें डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, प्योर कॉपर मिल जाएगा हमें। और जैसे जैसे टाइम पास होता जाएगा ये कॉपर क्योंकि डिसॉल्व हो रहा है एनोड से, देन द थिकनेस ऑफ दिस रॉड विल बी रिड्यूस्ड, एंड आफ्टर अ सर्टेन टाइम इसकी थिकनेस बिल्कुल खत्म हो जाएगी क्योंकि पूरा कॉपर नीचे चला जाएगा और इम्प्योरिटीज नीचे चली जाएंगी, और फिर हमें दूसरा रॉड लगाना पड़ेगा, इम्प्योर कॉपर रॉड। ठीक है साधना?
यस सर, ठीक है।
Have you drawn this figure, all of you?
यस सर।
Now
Yes,
shall I
sir.
make up?
Yes, sir.
Shall I up?
लास्ट में
Yes,
क्या
sir.
लिखा है
Ipsita, what is
सर?
the
लास्ट
problem?
में क्या लिखा है?
लास्ट में कहाँ पे लास्ट में बेटा?
इनसॉल्यूबल इम्प्योरिटीज के नीचे।
Anode mud. Insoluble impurities are known as anode mud.
ओके सर।
Now, shall I rub the board?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो। अब हम लोग can you write in your own words that what is the procedure that is followed in electrolytic refining, or shall I have to write?
Yes, sir.
Can you write?
सर
और
लिख
shall
लेंगे,
I-
हम खुद ही लिख लेंगे।
Okay, let me write. Let me tell you. Okay, okay, no problem.
सर लिख तो लेंगे पर प्रॉपर वे में नहीं लिखा है।
Please listen. You can write down electrolytic refining of copper. Electrolytic refining of copper. Acidified solution of copper sulfate, acidified solution of copper sulfate is taken as an electrolyte, electrolyte. Impure copper rod, impure copper rod is taken as anode, while thin strip of pure copper, when thin strip of pure copper metal is taken as cathode. As current is passed through the solution, if current is passed through the electrolyte, pure copper, please pay attention. If at all, if you have any doubt regarding what we have seen in the figure and regarding what we are writing, if you have doubt, please ask. Okay. As current is passed through the electrolyte, pure copper from anode gets dissolved in the solution, and from solution it gets reduced to pure metal at the cathode, okay. Then the soluble impurities get dissolved in the solution while insoluble impurities get deposited at the bottom near anode. So it is known as anode mud. Okay. Please note down, children, everyone. Note down. Let me read it out also. Electrolytic refining of copper. Acidified solution of copper sulfate is taken as electrolyte. Impure copper rod is taken as anode, while thin strip of pure copper metal is taken as cathode. As current is passed through the electrolyte, pure copper from anode gets dissolved in the solution, and from the solution it gets reduced to pure metal at the cathode. The soluble impurities get dissolved in the solution, while insoluble impurities get deposited at the bottom near anode. So it is known as anode mud. Okay. Noted, children? Noted?
Noted, sir.
Shivraj, are you there? Shivraj?
और वो लास्ट लाइन क्या लिखी थी?
Last line. The soluble impurities get dissolved in the solution, while insoluble impurities get deposited at the bottom near anode. So it is known as anode mud. So So it is known as anode mud. Now,
Sir?
shall I rub the board? Sadhana, yes.
सर लास्ट से फोर्थ लाइन में एंड के बाद क्या लिखा है?
क्या?
लास्ट से फोर्थ लाइन में, सॉरी थर्ड लाइन में फर्स्ट वर्ड क्या लिखा है सर?
The soluble impurities. The soluble impurities.
सर उससे ऊपर.
Now I am going to rub the board. Shall I?
Yes, sir.
अभी आगे और करना है हमें, थोड़ा और लिखना है. Please listen. After this also we have to write 1 or 2 lines more. See, आगे उसके बाद लिखना है as copper from anode goes into the solution, so its thickness gets reduced and it is replaced by another impure metal rod, impure copper rod to be purified. ठीक है, उसकी थिकनेस कम होती जाती क्योंकि पूरा कॉपर डिसॉल्व होके कैथोड में डिपॉजिट हो जाता है. ठीक है ना. The thickness of cathode increases due to deposition of pure copper, over it. ठीक है. अब let us see what are the reactions that take place at anode and what are the reactions that take place at anode and cathode. Okay. At anode पे क्या हो रहा था? Impure copper rod था ना, impure copper rod. इधर पे anode पे क्या होने वाला है? What is the process that takes place at anode? Yes, Ipsita. Is it reduction or is it oxidation or reduction?
Oxidation.
Very good. So copper solid gets into the solution and it gives Cu2 plus aqueous plus 2 electrons. Okay. And at cathode, what will take place? Cathode पे pure copper rod. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Cu
रिडक्शन
2 plus 2 electrons, it will be forming Cu solid. Okay, any problem in this?
No, sir.
So this is all about electrolytic refining of copper. Okay, so this you will find in the form of 5-mark question in your exam. Children, any problem regarding this? Any problem? Please note down and let us move on to next topic, that is corrosion.
सर
Vandan, no problem beta, you have to prepare. Yes, somebody was asking question. Yes, Manali.
सर ये जो क्वेश्चन मतलब आपने बताया ना कि ये जो एनोड मड है तो हम उसको गैंग भी बोल सकते हैं क्या? क्योंकि वो भी इम्प्योरिटी ऑफ मेटल ही बोलता है गैंग को भी।
No, it is actually the insoluble impurities that are coming from anode. That is why it is given a specific name, anode mud.
ओके सर।
Now, any other doubt? If you have, please ask. Okay, see, now next topic is corrosion. We have already studied about corrosion in the first chapter. Have you studied or not?
Yes, sir.
What is corrosion? Corrosion is the degradation of a metallic surface when it comes in contact with air and moisture, isn't it? And corrosion, specifically in terms of with reference to iron, it is known as rusting. It is known as
Rusting.
what? Rusting. Okay. So there are many metals which when come into the contact of air and moisture, they lose their metallic luster. For example,
Silver.
silver, when it comes in
Copper.
contact with air, it forms silver sulfide, black colored silver sulfide. You might have seen silver ornaments, they turn into black after they are exposed to air. It is due to the fact that when silver comes in contact with air, sulfur dioxide present in air, it reacts with silver to form silver sulfide, and it is a black colored oxide, black colored sulfide. So silver particles get turned into black. Similarly, when copper it reacts with a moist carbon dioxide, it forms basic copper carbonate, which is green in color. Okay, you might have seen copper articles, they turn into greenish after a certain time because they form basic copper carbonate, CuCO3.CuOH twice. Okay, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the most familiar example of corrosion is iron. Iron, when it comes with air and when it comes with contact with air and moisture, it gets converted into a flaky substance called
Rust.
Called rust. Okay, it is a porous substance, and there are several methods to protect the metallic surfaces from rusting or corrosion. They are galvanization,
Galvanization.
anodizing, chrome plating, greasing,
Painting.
etc. So all the alloying is the process of mixing one metal with the other metal or metal with a non-metal in order to enhance their properties. For example, let me tell you, pure iron is not used because pure iron is very soft and it is not hard. But when it gets mixed with carbon, 0.05% only, then it turns very strong. So alloying is a technique to enhance the properties of a metal. Similarly, when chromium and nickel are added to iron, it becomes steel. It is an alloy of iron, chromium and nickel, and it is called stainless steel, and stainless steel has metallic luster, more lustrous it is, and it does not easily get rusted. Understand? So alloying is a
Yes, sir.
special technique of improving the qualities of a metal. Okay, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with this, we have completed this chapter. So now it is your turn to complete the notes in your classwork notebook, and you have to scan the notes and you have to upload them on the Google Classroom in a single PDF file. And you also complete the exercise of this chapter and upload in the Google Classroom. Today I will create an assignment. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I will give you 2 days time. Today's 5th, 6th, 7th. By Saturday you have to complete your work. Okay?
सर
Yes, Manali.
सर वो इंटेक्स क्वेश्चन भी करना है क्या?
Yeah, in-text questions also to be done.
ओके सर।
Okay?
सर
Okay. Now I am ending up the session. Do your work in time and submit, and keep revising your previous chapters also. And very soon we will start demonstrating the practicals. Okay, children?
Sir,
Okay,
please,
sir.
please.
Okay. Thank you and have a nice day, children.